Good afternoon and welcome back to our garden. It's a beautiful day today, lovely and warm, but I'm not being tempted to put anything in yet. It's too early, we'll be caught by a frost yet. We've got about another 2.5 weeks, so we'll wait for it. I've done this years before and I've suffered for it, but this year I'm not doing it. But we can put some beans in, some root trainers and some liners, so we can get on with those. But first of all, I want to put them in soak. I'm going to soak them this year. What we've got now, these are our own meteor peas. We have actually put some meteor peas in which are growing well, but they will need a follower on, so these will be the follower on. Just put a few in. These, as I said, these are our own, and you can see with them being crinkly peas, if you give them a soak, they all come nice and round, ready for planting. Just a day or so. Now the other ones I want to do is Coco de Paimpol. Very nice bean, very useful. I'm just checking to make sure I'm putting them in the right bottle. I'm going to put 2 full rows of these in, so I want quite a few. Dwarf, they only come dwarf, about 12 to maybe 15 inches max. That one is floating, look, so a bit of brown on it, so it was floating. Just a few more, I think. Diane does like this pea for cooking, so we'll have to give her quite a few. But as you see, there's quite a few in there, so we will be setting some more of those, so we get a very good crop off them. And the other one we're going to do is Kent Blue. This was gifted to us by good friends Bill and Val, and that's Mr. Gray saying thank you as well. So if I can get, I'll tip them in my hand so I can get the broken labels out. Look. There they are. Nice piece. If I remember right. No. I'll put them all in, I think. These are ones we saved anyway, so there's a little bit of old seeds heads on the top, but they'll be alright. We'll not pop that on there. So that's those done for a soaking. I won't do all the peas into water because I don't think I've got enough root trainers here to put them in a couple of days. So we won't get any more root trainers, but I'll come to that in a moment. These are the rest that I'll put in. Those are Pongos, thank you Bill and Val. And Ultra Plus, that was from Bill and Val as well, bless them. They're yellow French beans, so they'll be small. And that one is Monge2. Now that's 3 lots of beans and peas soaking. That'll be enough to start me off, and then I'll put the rest in batches so I can get them all through. Now we're putting them in root trainers. These are root trainers. There's originally designed for tree seed, so you get them made up like that and in your compost and put your tree seed in, and it trains the tree root to go straight down. But that was the original. When they come, you get this tray with them, so you can stack them in the tray. But what I do, I put them in the tray for filling with compost, and then I take them out of the trays and put them in the mushroom trays. But I can hold more in the trays that way. Yes, I have filled these and I've wet them, so they'll be having a good soak ready for the beans and peas to go in. Because these were designed for trees, that's how big you can get them. Now I find that the smaller size is ideal for gardening, if you know vegetable gardening and vegetable plants. But I tried growing them in these, and the roots don't quite get down to the bottom before the plant's ready for potting on. So I don't use them this size no more. Now if you haven't got or can't get root trainers, put them in liners. They're quite happy in these 9cm liners, and then you can pot them on, stack those up, give them a wash and use them year after year. The root trainers tend to break after maybe 2 or 3 seasons. These, what we're using now, will be the last season for them, because they literally drop into bits, and as soon as you open them they just split open. As you imagine, bending plastic, it breaks. So reasonably cheap, but they still got to be bought, where these liners go on and on. That is what I'll be doing in a day and a half, 2 days. I'll give them a soak. I'll keep my eye on them, and then we'll pop them in these. I'll try and put one in each. It doesn't always work, but if you put 2 in each, they get a bit crowded, so we'll see how we go with them. Now it's that time of year. You've put all your plants in and wrote all your labels and got everything ready, and it will soon be time to clean those labels. So I'm going to show you how I do mine for quickness. 2 types of label there. These are those very thin ones, as you can see, and that's your normal one. I picked this one up out the garden actually. I wanted some writing on it, but we didn't get one this time. And most people do it with wire wool and just get it off. But let me show you. This is oil, Easing oil, and if we put just that's enough on there, and then get your wire wool, and there you are. But I just want to show you this. If you want to take the other side off that's been printed, just watch. Takes a minute, but there you are, look. And I can even rub DW off the top with it, and then turn it over, clean that. We can even take that off as well, look, with that bit of oil. Then you just have to wipe it. Wipe the table as well, obviously. And it also stops your wire wool from going rusty. But without it, they don't seem to do it. But a little bit of that Easing oil and it's gone, look. You see? I'll just wipe them. You have to wipe them, obviously. Now this is that very dirty one. They're usually quite easy to clean when they're dirty, but this will do a better job, I can assure you. You only need a smidge of the oil, and then spin it over, and just wipe it off, and then it's ready to go nice and clean, and not a lot of effort. We'll do this one. I know that one's been used because it's one I used on the sweet corn that didn't grow. And just backwards and forwards, no effort required. Spin it. Might as well take that off, hadn't we? There you are. Turn it over. Let's do that as well. We'll do that because the sweet corn didn't grow. There you are. If you want to try and get this printed piece off with just a wire wool, you'll probably make your label so thin it'll just disintegrate anyway. But there you are, look. Just wipe them and there's your clean labels, and it doesn't stop the pen from working again, look. Now when you're doing your gardening and you want a shorter piece of bamboo, have you ever tried cutting bamboo with secateurs without splitting it into pieces? This is not doing it on the node, but doing it midway and without it breaking. Now these what I'm going to cut are very old actually. They've been stuck in the garden for a while, and I'll show you how to do it with the secateurs. Just let me wipe that. So, put it right in your secateurs, right up to as far as it'll go into the jaw, and just a little bit of pressure, and keep turning the bamboo. Yeah, just keep turning it, just a little bit of pressure, but keep it right into that heel of the blade. Just a little bit of pressure like that. My hands aren't so good as they used to be, but it gives it how you do it. Just go around twice. That's it. Then when you've been around twice, thumbs either side of it, and there you are. No split at all on it. You can do it with all sorts. This is a very thin one, look. Easier to do with it being thinner. There you go. With that done, you can clean your labels and cut your canes, no problem. Let's go and have a look at that water tank, what somebody asking me about. Now, Klaus has asked me, I hope that's how you pronounce it, Klaus. I'm sorry if I'm telling you wrong. This is the water tank I use. It's 1,000 litres. And it actually, if I just lift this skirt, so it's just the clear tank. So if you just leave that without a cover on it, all your water will turn green within weeks, especially in the summer. So we have this cover. It is from Amazon. It's not expensive, but my goodness, it's made a difference to me. Now, I emptied the tank because I've had to wash all the pathways, etc. after the winter, and so the tank was empty, and so I thought, oh, I'll clean it, and I got the pressure washer down, got it all ready, and when I took the cover off, all that was in the tank was a bit of silt in the bottom, black silt. So I just washed that out with the hose pipe and put a bit of water in it, ready for watering what I need to water until it rains, and then it'll fill it up. But that's all I've done, and then I put the cover back on, where normally I'm having to power wash because the whole of the inside of the tank is green. So the covers are brilliant. They just tie on. They have a pull thread on it, look, that you just pull it on and tie it. Nothing too. And then in the corner you can't, they have a clip in the corner, look, that you clip onto the bottom of the frame, and that's it. That's all that holds it on. Like that. And that's it. It does have a flap etc on the top, which is Velcro, for you to put your water in and then Velcro it round. The problem with me, I've got 3 pieces of pipe going in at different angles, so I had a little bit of trouble up there getting them all in and getting the Velcro on. So in the summer I just put something on top to stop the sun getting in, and that's it. Brilliant, those covers. It's because it's got 3 sheds going into it, it soon fills up, and then I've got all that beautiful rainwater to use on the plants. Good idea, that cover. Now that'll be it for today. I'm getting some plants that stood here, wonderful. I'm not being tempted to go down there putting plants in. I've got quite a few plants to put in, but I'm not. We'll see you next week. Take care everyone. Bye now.